All right, good morning. It is prediction time. What will Nick Bosa's new 49ers contract look like? It's up there on the Athletic. Link is in the description. This is an article that I've been thinking about for a long time, and now I have a detailed projection for you for what, I think is one of the most compelling narratives of the 49ers offseason, except that it pales in comparison when it comes to drama to last year's discussions with Debo Samuel, because Nick Bosa is never a participant in the offseason program. Everybody assumes that this Nick Bosa deal will get done. It probably will. There's a reason that these assumptions take place, but this is still big time stuff coming the 49ers way, because Nick Bosa will very likely receive the biggest contract in 49ers franchise history. It will top Jimmy Garoppolo's deal signed in 2018, an average per year that was $27.5 million per year. It'll top, in all likelihood, Trent Williams' deal signed in 2021 for total size. That was $138.06 million per year. So let's talk about some of the parameters of this deal for Nick Bosa. First off, here are the top edge rusher contracts right now in the National Football League. TJ Watt signed in 2021 with the Steelers. He's at the top, $28 million per year, $80 million fully guaranteed. Joey Bosa, Nick's brother, who is represented by the same agent, Brian Arolt, he's second at $27 million per year, $72 million fully guaranteed. So those are the two that we should zero in on. Bosa, Joey, was at the top of the market when he signed in 2020. Normally, it'd be simple. Normally, you'd look at those edge rusher deals and say, okay, well, Nick is just going to slot in above them. These are linear, right? Every subsequent deal is higher than the one before it, especially for a player of Nick Bosa's caliber. Nick is coming off Defensive Player of the Year honors, 18 and a half sacks to lead the NFL. Again, you normally look at this and say, okay, slot him in at 29 million or maybe even 30 million per year, because nobody else is at 30 million per year. So Nick Bosa can raise the bar maybe with a little bit more guaranteed money than TJ Watt. That's all great, except then you have this, the top defensive tackle contracts in the NFL. And look how Aaron Donald has broken the scale. 31.7 million annually for Aaron Donald. Meanwhile, you've got the rest of this group, Deron Payne, Javon Hargrave of the 49ers, 21 million, way behind him. Normally, tackles aren't paid as much as defensive ends, but Aaron Donald in 2022, right after the Rams won the Super Bowl, broke this scale with a deal that is, well, really impressive. 31.7 million per year, higher than any of these deals. And I know the fully guaranteed money is less, but it's also a shorter deal for Aaron Donald. Still, 31.7. That changes things a bit, right? So you then wonder, where is Nick Bosa going to be? Is Nick Bosa, obviously, I think he tops the other edge rushers, but will Nick Bosa and his new deal top Aaron Donald's? And that's, where things get dicey. That's where the 49ers are going to have to find a way to fit this massive contract under their tenuous, I don't want to say tenuous, but under their delicate cap situation, because they're obviously in a situation where every dollar counts. And I think that Brian Arolt, Nick Bosa's agent, is definitely going to shoot for that name up at the top of the screen right there, Aaron Donald. I think he's definitely going to shoot for a contract that surpasses that. Anyway, in this piece right here, I did give my prediction. Quick look at what I think Nick Bosa's contract is going to look like. I think 5 years, $159.08 million. What that does is it makes it $31.8 million per year. And it just barely surpasses Aaron Donald's deal with some funny money in 2027. I think that's more of a vanity number anyway. What matters, though, are the early year cap hits and the early year guaranteed money for Nick Bosa. And a deal like this gives him about $82 million of guaranteed money. And that's going to top this guy right here, TJ Watt, who's at 80 million. So something like this that lowers Nick Bosa's base salary to the league minimum in year one, but gives him an NFL record signing bonus for a non-quarterback at 40 million. Combines it with an option bonus, because we've seen the 49ers give out these staggered signing and option bonuses for cap purposes. The option bonus would kick in year two. So Nick Bosa gets a $40 million check now, a $10 million check in year 2 on a trigger date, and then a void year would stretch out the cap hit of that option bonus over 5 years through 2028, where the signing bonus is prorated over the maximum of 5 years through 2027. Fully guaranteed minimum base salary this year, other bonuses, per game roster bonus, all that, $1 million. Nick Bosa's cap hit would lower under my proposed deal from 17 million, so it's 17.9, so 18 million effectively this season, to 10 million. And that happens to be the exact amount, or close to the exact amount of money the 49ers need to open up for in-season maneuverability. They're currently at $3 million of cap space. The draft class is going to cost them about another $1 million. You're going to have in-season expenses. Teams usually like to carry $8 to $10 million in their cap space pockets for in-season expenses. Say that you pick up somebody like Christian McCaffrey. Well, last year the 49ers got lucky because he was on a restructured deal that allowed them to absorb his salary at next to nothing. But sometimes you're going to trade for somebody like Emmanuel Sanders in 2019. It's going to cost a few million, and you better have that few million ready to go. There's no flexibility that you can apply to his contract mid-season. So the 49ers, they have all this draft capital, all these comp picks. I talked about that in my penultimate article. It doesn't matter if you can't absorb the contract. So they need buffer room entering the season for in-season acquisitions due to trade or due to the fact that guys get hurt and you have to sign new players. So because of that, you look at this Bosa deal and you see the cap hit lower $7 million. That would give the 49ers $9 million in room after they sign their draft class, which would mean that they're ready to rock and roll after the season. All the orange here is the fully guaranteed money. So you could see Bosa's contract would, increase and cap it to $36 million in year 2, $36 million in year 3. It's all great. You could say that it's probably tough for the 49ers to absorb that, but there are mechanisms they can add as long as they're cash rich. And I think the 49ers are a cash rich franchise ever since Levi Stadium opened. They can add mechanisms to convert base salary to signing bonus if they're willing to pay that lump sum of cash to do what we see here. And that's prorate the signing bonuses and prorate the option bonuses into the future, open up some room. Now, there's a limit to doing that stuff and staying under the cap just mathematically, but the 49ers are saving dollars everywhere. 100,000 here, 500,000 there, and that allows them to expand their A-list core. Nick Bosa is going to be an expansion of their A-list core. So the 49ers, cash rich, counting on that salary cap to continue increasing. They're surfing a wave. They're trying to stay under the crest of that wave. And with this Nick Bosa deal, I think they're going to structure it something like this with that dual prorated option bonus mechanism to help make that work. So my prediction, 5 years, 159 million, 82 million guaranteed. We'll see if I'm right. We'll see if I'm wrong. Either way, this is a breakdown that you should read. It's up on the screen right now. What Nick Bosa's new contract, the likely 49ers record, might look like. If it's 159 million, I could tell you what, reading this piece is going to be a whole lot cheaper. I think you can get the Athletic for $1 a month right now, maybe $2 a month. That's a lot cheaper than 159 million. So sign up, check it out, and we'll talk to you all very, very soon. Everybody, take care.